What's going on, everybody? It's our Mike. It has been a good minute since we've done this, but it is time to check out some new watch bands. Okay, so the watches I have in house for checking out watch bands with is the Wear 24, which I do not have bands for to use, and I have the original Asus Zen Watch. And when I placed my order for these bands that I'm going to show you, I I didn't know at the time that we actually could really pull this off. If you guys had watched the other video, yes, we can remove this band, the rubber band that comes on the Wear 24, and it actually pulls the pins out, and then it leaves the connectors open. But if we don't get any water in it, I think that would be okay. So you can use smaller bands with this. I believe this takes a 20 millimeter band, not a 22. It might, I want to say it might even go down to an 18, might be what it would use as well, but I haven't bothered to fit anything up to that to really test that theory. So the watch bands we will look at today actually fit the Asus Zen Watch because that is a 22 millimeter watch band, and I don't actually have any writing on here that says it, but take my word for it, it is a 22. This one's a genuine leather band. This is a different band from a different company, so no big deal there. We are going to go ahead and remove this, and luckily enough, this band does have quick releases, which is awesome. Makes it much easier when you want to pop your bands off and swap them out with something else. And we'll take this one off, and voila, there, bands are removed. Watch is free, and let's check out what else we have. So, as always, before I flip this packaging over and show you what we have in hand, I want to give you my disclaimer, like I have done in the past. These bands were provided to me for first look and review purposes. The company that sent these to me did not pay me to make this video. This is something I'm making on my own just to share with you guys, my YouTube audience. So, with that out of the way, let's flip this over and take a look what we have. We have by Ritche, is the company that hit me up. They said, hey, we know you're into the smartwatches. Take your choice of some bands and tell us what you think of them. So they sent me this genuine leather. It's a brown leather NATO. And we'll pull it out of the packaging so you can get a better look at it. This is one type of band that actually goes on the back side of your watch. It wraps around. And by that, I mean, you can take a look here on the packaging, how this would fit on a watch. So if you're using a smartwatch with this, obviously you will be blocking your heart rate sensor. If you have a heart rate sensor, it will probably make it a little harder to wirelessly charge or dock your watch if you need to. So you will be needing to loosen this quite often. And hopefully your watch is kind of low profile too. So in the packaging, obviously, we get our nice brown NATO band, genuine leather band, and we get our tool plus some extra pins as well, spring-loaded pins. So, as you guys know, if you've changed watch bands before, these pins fly everywhere, so there's a reason they give you more than just one set. And as for the band itself, this is a very nice looking brown leather. Let's pop it out of the packaging and see if it has that nice, genuine leather smell as well. Oh yeah. Yeah, that smells good. That is a nice band. Check that out. Now, as this ages and wears, it will come out looking something kind of like these ones. And to me, that's awesome. I like the look of leather. A brown leather is always good with a black watch, even a silver watch. So I think that's pretty cool. So this is one we'll install. So put this one aside. And let's check out what other watch band I have here. So in this package we have, this one is known as the Army Green Canvas Richa watch band. So watch bands by Richa. I like the branding there, very cool. And yeah, this is a canvas. This is their quick release canvas Ritche watch band. It's not a NATO type, obviously, because the NATOs are the types that wrap all the way around. I liked it because it's a nice army green. It's something different. You don't see a ton of canvas watch bands out and about. It might look a little off with the brown on here, but maybe not. So first, let's put this one on because this will be the simplest one to place. So first we will do our top strap. Place that one in. Get that sucker in the hole. And then our quick release, and that is in. So obviously that's on the inside so people don't see it. And then we will do our other strap. So again, pin first, make sure that's exposed and visible for us to see. And then we will do the locking side, if I can get that on. Give me 1 second. Okay, that one is on. That one proved definitely to be a little more of a challenge just due to how big the stitching is that goes around it. So as you can see, the pins for that one pretty much disappear. You do not see those. That is nice. Alright, so that's how the look of it is. Let's go on ahead and put that on the wrist. And we will put her in place here. Obviously I have small wrists, so I'm going to be more towards the very top loop. I'll space that out. So this is tight on me. And yes, this is a stiff band, but that is okay. It will wear in as time goes on. Now, as for profile on how it sits on the wrist, I'm smearing the sucker all up already. Alright, how it sits, nice and tight, not too bad. The clasp, obviously, the buckle is not going to knock on the ground. That is cool. I like the silver. Be awesome if there's a black option, just saying. And then with our 2 loops, obviously one is in place, the other one can move around depending on the size of your wrist. But that is not bad. Not bad at all for being something different. So that is very cool. Alright, so next up I will take this one off and we will install the NATO band. Alright, and for our NATO band, we are going to need to put the pins in first. Okay, so our pins are in place, and what we're going to do is flip the watch upside down. I'll rest it so I'm not scratching up my screen. We have top side, bottom side of the watch. We are going to go from the top side, running the band through. We'll unfold it. We're going to have this loop, this section of the loop, it's going from down, it's going to be facing downward. So we need to run the band from, like I said, top side first. And then our actual hole punches are on the bottom, as they should be, all the way through to where that sucker stops. Then loop it. Now from there we have our band. It is set, and obviously it's going to take some time to flex, but that is how it will look once it is on your watch. Now obviously depending on your charging cradle, like I said, you will need to pull this away every evening. I can get us a better zoom on that. So since mine is a docking cradle, it will have to kind of pull this loop apart halfway every night, a little more than this, just to get that puppy to charge. But then on the wrist, I'll place that downward. Gotta get this band to bend, so I'm gonna face this downward first. Go all the way. Oh yeah, this actually fits much tighter, so I don't need to use the very last accessible loop. And then we have our other straps, I believe. So I believe since we have these 2 other metal loops for your strap, I think we go through both, and then we can loop it back over and under the second one. Now, if I'm wrong, please correct me in the comments down below. Looks a little nicer that way versus if I just had this sucker just hanging, because I do have a small wrist. We'd fold those forward like so, and then it would kind of just flap over, but to me that doesn't look good. I think it should be that we loop this back around and back in, so it loops back over like that. Now, as for how the strap feels, it feels good actually for being new and just out of the package. It's obviously the genuine leather. Like I said, it will scratch. If you guys can make that out, it will get scratches quite easily, but that's good because you want the leather to get worn in and weathered. To me, that is what gives it the look. So these are, again, 22mm versions of these bands. I will put a link down below. I'll actually put a couple links. Ritche was actually awesome enough to provide me my own affiliated link, and they have provided their main store link. So besides what you guys will see on Amazon from these bands, there is also their official store, their official website, so you guys may go and check them out. And they carry watch bands for everything from smartwatches, Apple Watches, your basic timepieces, some good expensive timepieces. They have a band to fit your lifestyle. So if you guys like this video, please hit the like button, comment, subscribe. That is our first look at a few different watch bands, but that is not all. In a future video, I will be doing a giveaway, so stay tuned. I hope you all have a great afternoon, and I will see you all in the next video.